Hi everyone, I'm Bethany Stoller. You can call me Ani if you like. That's what I usually use in Cherokee because my name can't be pronounced. Um, and I just sort of had this whimsical idea a few days ago of starting a vlog about learning Cherokee. So I guess I feel like I want to document my progress learning the Cherokee language, and sort of like reconnecting with Cherokee culture since I grew up non-tradish. And so I thought, I don't really have like the time or the energy to do a lot of writing, so I thought, why not do a throwback to like 2007 and just do like minimal effort vlog, like bad lighting, mediocre audio. I'm not going to do a gazillion jump cuts though, because as a society, I believe we're past that now. So I'm a member of the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma, and uh, the Cherokee and also some Choctaw heritage is on my mom's side, and my dad's side is European. So I identify as mixed race. And growing up, my family lived really far away from Indian country. I'm from northern Indiana, where there's like a really small number of Native Americans living. And so I just like my family wasn't super connected to Cherokee culture. Like I knew about my heritage, I knew about like the Cherokee language and the syllabary, and like I knew who the chief was. And my grandmother voted in the elections, but like I didn't grow up going to powwows or going to ceremony or anything. And I've only been to uh, Oklahoma once, I think, and I like don't even know my cousins out there. So like over the last few years, I've been really undergoing the process of reconnecting to the Cherokee culture. And my mom started learning the language a few years ago, and then I took one of the classes, and I'll talk more about this later, but I took like one of the classes and then I got overwhelmed with school. So like my mom's a bit more advanced in the language skills than I am, but like, yeah, I guess as I've grown older, come to really feel like I have a responsibility to help, keep the language going. And like, if I have kids and like, I don't know, I'm in my early 20s, so it's not like soon necessarily, but like, you know, like you start to think about it. Like if I have kids, I want to be able to have them grow up speaking Cherokee, because I just feel like, we're at kind of an all hands on deck moment. And of course, like on top of all of that, like I want to learn Cherokee. Like I want to have that kind of cultural knowledge, the connection, and to like feel like I'm contributing, if that makes sense. So, yeah. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about my background with learning the language. As I said before, my mom started studying Cherokee a few years ago, so she's been taking the online, um, the live online classes, pretty consistently. Although I think she missed this year's because of COVID and everything. It's been an overwhelming year, as all of us know. Um, so I started taking Cherokee classes in undergrad. In my senior year of undergrad, I took Cherokee 1 and I really enjoyed it, but then I started grad school pretty immediately after that, and I got like completely overwhelmed, like it was so much. So I so I so I stopped taking the classes for a while. So I didn't start taking the classes again until this year. I signed up in the spring to take the spring session, but then they got canceled because of COVID, of course. So then when the fall session rolled around, I signed up again for Cherokee 2, and I took it and I showed up to all of the classes, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. All of the classes I've taken have been taught by Ed Fields, who's really great. And like I feel like I've learned a lot, and I'm starting to really get a grasp on the syllabary, and some other things. Um, so yeah, we're in between sessions right now. I just passed the exam for Cherokee 2 last week. I got an 85, yay, on the exam. Yeah, so I'm in between. So in between these sessions, I want to really use this vlog to keep up with my studies, and especially I want to make sure that I keep consistently practicing the syllabary And I really, really love before the spring session starts to be competent with using the Cherokee keyboard. Definitely on my laptop, hopefully also on my phone, although all of the characters are so cramped in that it's like kind of well, it seems like a big obstacle, you know. Um, yeah, so I really want to buckle down and keep practicing my Cherokee in between the sessions so that when spring rolls around, I can impress Ed with my language skills and hopefully, you know, be on my way up to becoming like a proficient speaker. Um, One other thing about this, one of the reasons that this feels really salient to me right now is that I I feel like right now we're in like a big moment for language revitalization. I know that last week or over the weekend maybe they just announced new plans to build a uh, like a Cherokee language center, or rather, they're not really building it. It's like they're going to put it in the old casino building in Tahlequah. Um, yeah, and so they're gonna like house all of the language programs under one roof, and eventually they're saying that they're going to build like a language village around that building so that people can like live there and like speak the language to each other and have like a little community of the speakers. And like that immediately to me was like, okay, new life goal, like I want to be one of the people living in that village someday. Like, I know it's like, I guess kind of like a dorky aspiration, but like just the idea of like getting to that point where like I can speak it and like these other people who will be like the new generation of speakers that like we could actually like live in community together. That's just like I don't know, that's my utopian future. Yeah, and then my other life goal at the moment related to the Cherokee language is that I would love to like get really good at Cherokee and get good enough to translate and to translate maybe some popular works into Cherokee. And I know that that might not be like the most popular idea because obviously it's a big priority to like make new works in Cherokee and like, you know, if you're just translating like non-native writing, then like how much are you really doing for like the Cherokee culture besides just like strictly speaking the language? But I feel like if you want people to really become proficient in reading a language, you gotta translate first like some books that they'll want to read. So like, you know, I feel like a good starting spot might be like translating, I don't know, Harry Potter's pretty canceled right now. What are some popular books? What are young people reading these days? Um, what are good books? Could translate some. Sorry, holding up the wrong side like a person who doesn't know anything. Oh, Full Metal Alchemist. Game of Thrones. What else do I have? Brothers Karamazov. I'm sure there would be a lot of demand for that. Yeah, what about like, I don't know, some of these Native American books? What about How I Became a Ghost by a great Choctaw author? Sure, why not? Yeah, so like, or like the works of Shakespeare. I feel like it would be really amazing to have those things in Cherokee. So, yeah, I feel like that's the future that I want for myself. And so like I'm using this vlog as a way to get there, basically. So like I'm going to try to update twice a week. I'm going to start by next Tuesday talking about some of the strategies that I've been using to keep up on Cherokee and to keep learning, and especially to keep learning syllabary because that's like a really big priority to me. And then I will, I don't know, come up with some kind of structure. Maybe I can have like Friday or Saturday can be like status updates, and then like Tuesdays can be like what I'm doing this week. That sounds great, right? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And I might make like an Instagram for this or like a Twitter or something if I get around to it, but I'm trying to keep this as low workload as possible because I do not have the energy for things that are labor intensive anymore. It's December of 2020. We're not there. So this is going to be like the laziest, like most like 12-year-old who has their father's camcorder like vlog you've ever seen. So I hope you'll all join me on this journey, and I look forward to giving you an update on Tuesday.